Right off the bat, I mean, there's no point in wasting any time. We'll just go right Leafs and Habs.
Yeah.
Biggest game in the docket last night.
Look at the hat and the sweater.
Yeah, I mean, Matt, how you holding up there, buddy?
I'm doing good, I guess. I mean, fuck, dude, that should have been an important game. It was an important game for both teams. And I don't know, it was weird. Like, I want to say that the Habs came in and didn't play with, a high level of energy or enough urgency, but I don't want to take away from the Leafs' mature and complete defensive game.
Wow.
Like,
that takes a man. That takes a man. That takes a man to
so
say that.
Yeah, so the Habs come in and kind of control the pace 5-on-5 in the first. But
Anderson's goal was unbelievable to start it off.
The whole shift. Like he hits Muzzin into
yeah.
the bench, takes him out of the play, comes up and scores. So to go up 1-0 early and then to kind of just lay back after that. But you got to give it to the Leafs. I think with their forecheck, they didn't allow the Habs much time and space out there. They clogged up the neutral zone, so the Habs couldn't get a transition game going. And I mean, maybe some positives for the Habs is that they held the Leafs' big guns outside of Tavares to no points until Matthews got the assist towards the end there.
Empty netter.
And I think really, neither team played great offensively, but I don't know. I think both teams knew how important the game was, and the Leafs ended up coming out on top in a game where it was mostly played 5-on-5, and kind of surprised to see it go that way.
It was a great game. It was one of the better NHL games of the year, I think, so far. It was just very entertaining back and forth. There wasn't a point where I was like, all right, I'm going to watch something else. Like, I was just glued the whole time. It was really entertaining.
I think to bounce off your point, we're saying you held the big guys off the score sheet. What happened to Montreal's depth that they were supposed to have that was supposed to lift them over the top when we have Justin Hall, Travis Dermott getting their first of the season? Like, I mean, Montreal had all this depth that was supposed to be
and that's what I was hyping up the whole time.
All this depth did nothing last night.
That was the first thing I thought of, man. I was like, God, it played out the exact opposite of how I would have thought it would.
Exactly. It shows the Leafs are deep this year.
Yeah.
Even without the Wayne train.
Yeah.
Joe.
And Joe, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the 4-on-4 play definitely benefited the Leafs there, especially the first goal. Montreal didn't touch the puck.
That was
it was chance after chance, and the Habs had a couple opportunities to transition out, and they just couldn't do it. And then to start the third, that was at 4-on-4 again. And I mean, Justin Holl comes in, and it's a great shot. But
he got to have that, though.
Price has to have that. That's
really
that might be.
I gotta disagree on that one.
Oh, there was no screen. Weber wasn't even in front of him.
I mean, that's the
best goalie in the world.
That's the thing. Like, there's no screen in front of him. It's like, I don't know. It's like you got to drop so early with like.
He was down early, but I mean, I don't think you can look at that and say like, Matt, I saw you tweet it out today. That's the worst goal you've ever seen. I'm like, come on.
I think it was.
In his career?
Oh, yeah.
So
it was, maybe
someone
could pull out one out of nowhere and show me, this one. But
I definitely get your frustration there because, like, I see a lot of hate on Price, and it's like, okay, relax. It's Carey Price. He's going to figure it out. But the Dermott goal, a lot of people were bitching about. That was a screen. Yeah, there's nothing you can do. And I don't really think Dermott just threw it on net, and that's where it ended up being. The Justin Holl goal, like, I just think he has to have that, especially in this game, how big of a game that was. Like, that's...
And then at the point of the game that it was in, it was a tie game, close game, two of the top teams in the division.
And then
we're in the third
goal,
period, and he lets in a goal like that.
He had so much space, though, in the top of the circles there. He was almost at the ringette line, wasn't he? He wasn't really at the blue line. He walked in. To do with it. Like, he skated the puck up from the far blue into the offensive blue and just ripped a slap shot. When do you see a slap shot in the NHL anymore?
Well, I think
maybe that's throwing him off a bit because, it's a quick snap these days. It's not a slap shot.
I will say this is even Justin Hall in the interview, which was a hilarious interview. You've seen it.
Yeah,
I know Aiden's seen it.
Yeah.
And he said Willie was open. So maybe Carey's thinking, okay, Hall's not going to shoot here.
He doesn't shoot.
Willie's open.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, but I think Carey definitely probably saves that 99, I guess, out of 100 times.
Seriously. My thing with it was that I've seen Carey get frustrated with his defenders, just in terms, not going off on them, just in terms of his body language.
Yeah, I don't like that.
When he gets screened in front, and it's kind of not his fault when a goal goes in.
Yeah.
But in that case, Weber held off and allowed him perfect vision to see that shot, and it snuck right past him.
I loved your tweet too about the pads. And
then
while we're on the blue cage.
My favorite part about the Leafs beating the Habs last night is it made fans go delusional. So Matt comes out this morning and says, Carey Price needs to get rid of the red pads because it's throwing his game off, and you know what? Get rid of the blue cage. And he goes on. And he's got stats with it. He's like 3 seasons Price has had red pads, and he hasn't been able to play well. That is, like, if we're going to call this guy the best goalie in the world and blame games on his pads being a different color, like,
it's like Marc-Andre Fleury with the yellow.
Yeah, he got rid of those.
He got rid of them.
Yeah.
There's something, and I think it's.
Come on, Mark.
Here's what a lot of them say is the white mesh.
You gotta be on me.
When you wear red or all blue or all something, the goalies say the players can see the net more.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
So
that,
I would assume that.
I read some sort of research paper on it once that it holds true, that the stats somewhat decline when you got a solid color pads. But you're right. If you're the best goalie in the world, it shouldn't matter. But he's never, and with the blue cage thing, he's never had a cage like that.
That looks stupid.
And
in
it
my
doesn't.
opinion.
Well, it's a tribute to Patty Waugh, is what it is.
It's like the guy
Like on his mask, he had a
the hell
blue
with that
cage,
guy
and so
too.
he had the whole setup with the reverse retro and his pads. Like his white ones are colored that way. It's all about Patty Waugh. So I don't care.
Just take note though. If he switches to white, you watch the stats go.
I bet you. I don't know. I guarantee you watch Saturday night. He come out with white pads and they pitch a shutout.
Are they playing against? Are they playing against each other Saturday? That's
night.
gonna be an even better
And then next
game.
week
I bet.
too, isn't
Watch.
it?
Yeah, again,
Yeah.
7 days later, the Leafs have a couple games in between. But
Yeah.
Assuming the Habs don't get COVID tonight
yeah,
from
well,
the
hopefully
Edmonton
that
Oilers.
game-
Jesse
yeah.
Puljujarvi.
Yeah.
Jesse Puljujarvi is probably my least favorite player in the league at this point because one, he's a bust. Two, he's bringing COVID into the North Division. I don't know
Well, it could
what
be a
nightclub
false,
he
too.
went
We
to.
don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
was he the player that?
Yeah.
He's just on the list. So hopefully, but I agree with you. I don't know how one dude gets. Like I don't know. I don't.
Where
wanna
did
blame
he go
anybody.
that the rest of the team didn't?
They don't have strip clubs
I
in
feel like-
Edmonton. They might. I
Well,
don't
the
know.
strip clubs.
Well, they
even
were in
open
Ottawa,
Canada?
so it's even worse. You know,
You go to Quebec
Canada.
though, right across the street.
I
yeah.
suppose he
Oh,
might,
yeah,
might have
that's-
went to a dirty little French
Right,
place,
yeah,
I
no.
guess. But
Yeah.
that's
That's-
I don't know. I like sitting here. I like seeing Matt pissed off personally.
Oh my god, I can't wait to see Saturday's game, and I hope the Habs win just to see you pissed off.
Yeah, well,
I can't wait for it.
I mean, that's it. That's it. That's the best part about the North
And
Division. We
thing-
get to go at it 3 times in the next week, and we get to chirp each other every single time, and that's the best part.
And
you
the
know?
Habs didn't play horrible.
No, they
No,
didn't.
not at all.
And outside of some goals Carey should have, or maybe at least one, it was a really tight game. I think both teams really played responsibly through the whole thing.
And the one thing about the Leafs too is when Anderson scored that first goal. If this is any other year, Montreal's probably up 3-0 by the 10-minute mark.
Oh, the Leafs would have been.
Yeah, they would have
100%.
folded. And like that's what's blown me away with them is just the team defense. And like even when you watch the game, the one thing they do got to clean up is stop turning the puck over in the neutral zone.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing that will burn them. I don't care how good your defense is, like, but they back check with a purpose now. Like they don't just come back, look around, and make sure. Like they back check with a purpose, stick on stick constantly. Like I love the way the team defense is playing. Like, and I think me and you were talking about this maybe 2 weeks ago. Is like when Leaf fans are bitching about, oh, they're only scoring 3 goals. Like where's all?
Yeah.
You got to sacrifice. And I think maybe, like Matt was saying earlier, maybe this is the maturity of these kids. Like they realize, listen, this isn't how we're going to win. And if we want to be winners, like, and make credit to Sheldon Keefe,
Yeah.
finally had a whole, time with the team, and the boys look like they definitely bought it.
Someone tweeted out the other day about Marner. How many points does Marner have right now?
He's
12
on-
points?
He had 12 just in the.
He had 12 in the first
Yeah,
like
and-
8
yeah.
games.
Anyways,
It
and someone was commenting about this tweet saying, okay, 12 points, but it was a quiet 12 points. And I look at that, I'm like,
That's
well,
even better.
that's a great thing right now.
Exactly.
That means he's turning into more of a character player,
Yeah.
not worrying about the shine. I'm sure he wants to score goals. He's a hockey player, but a quiet 12 points
Absolutely.
to someone that knows
Well,
hockey is a great thing.
To your point on Marner, his back checking against Anderson last night.
Excellent.
Like he knew, like, okay, if I go into the corner, I'm going to get sandwiched. Like the only way I have any opportunity or anything is like we're going to go body the body here, and he undercut him. And I thought like that just showed. He took a shot in the back of the head. It wasn't dirty or anything by Anderson, but like that, I don't know if we see that from Mitch last year.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if we and Justin Hall, like unbelievable.
Yeah, he looked great last
That's the
night.
game changer.
He's looked
for you
great the whole
guys.
season.
He's
He's the best. Or he is the Toronto Maple Leafs' best defender to this point. Like defender.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable what he's doing.
And to be better than Jake Muzzin, who's good in his own
Yeah.
right too, it's really impressive. Back to your Marner point though, he saved a goal. It could have been 2-0.
He
Habs.
slid across.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
when
slid-
Freddie fell.
I think he gave the puck away, but he did.
Well,
come
Freddie
back,
effed up the whole
dove, and he
situation
saved-
from the beginning, but yeah, you're 100% right. And that would have made it 2-0. I think that's probably game right there. Most likely. But yeah, that's true. He did save that goal. But
Yeah.
this is good hockey, bud. We're happy to be. I don't know
Oh,
how
if
great
you
this
guys,
is.
if I
Scotiabank
were you
North
guys,
Division.
I'd be hyped.
Well, even if as a Habs fan, it's like I don't like. I know Habs fans have huge ambitions, but I don't think even from the beginning of the year you were like, okay, we're going to be a first place team. I think Montreal's the second best team in this division, and I think if everything shapes out here, we're going to have how many games they got left?
Against each
Between
other,
us,
they have
yeah.
8.
So we're going to have 8 more
Wow.
awesome games. The rivalry is back, and if all things line up, we could have a Habs Leafs Canadian Division finale, best of 7.